Glad you could join us. Let's take the details. Now, for hours, traffic and other business activities in Tarkwa came to a halt this morning. Angry residents mounted roadblocks and burnt tires to protest a poor state of roads in the Western Region mining town. The Land and Natural Resources Minister, Kofi Asumatreme, and his deputy were prevented from using the Tarkwa Township Road by angry residents. The minister and his deputy were on a tour of some mining communities in the Western Region. Here's a recap of that protest reported earlier by Joy News' Justice Bedu.
It's a very chaotic situation. This is more like an unplanned demonstration. All of this week, we have been going back and forth into the town of Tarkwa with a very long convoy of ministers and key officials from the Minerals Commission. And I think this is what part of the things that has angered people in this town. Every time we have crossed with our convoy in the town, people have been hurling lots of insults at us, thinking that because we are in the convoy, we are probably ministers of state or government officials who are in the town, complaining bitterly about the terrible nature of the road that is leading to this town. Tarkwa, for our viewers, is one of the oldest mining towns in this country. Mining has happened here for over 100 years, and yet if you come into this town, there's very little to show for the huge amount of money that has gone out of not just Tarkwa, but surrounding communities like Bogoso, Prestia, and the like.
Na sene ya kwana sene na do so nka se enwa ya so ba ya chene de chene na do ne wo ne Tarkwa man Tarkwa ya ndisi MPP fu won I sit Tarkwa bi ya bi obatu bia no and this MPP fu no wa de wonya na samra sura se wo so nka se enwa ya so ba ya chene de chegana fo no na mpa ya so ya dan ya kan bi am ka se me taxi driver from the dog one na ma me de yana ni abre ya le ya na do na mpa yana ni abre wa abre o sana se me ka sai no na give me some na me nya adwuma nya na nado an Robin awi ina maye o sana me nya adwuma nya na me nya den me nidi enti awi ina makwakwa na ma den manya bi di ahwame ma enti on pray be ya wi dia on the sound wonya qualify them what for mine me don't say.
This morning we are out here with the whole chiefs of Apinto and the Suso. We are here because of our road. Our road from Tarkwa to Tarkwa is a very bad road. And then we are demonstrating to plead to the government that the government should take a look at it. Taking a look at Bogoso Junction to Abos was constructed by the mine. So the mine, we cannot still insist to fix this road. We therefore need the government to fix this road for us. Thank you very much. Exactly. We are mindful of every activity going on here because we are doing it not for ourselves only. What we are doing, we are helping everybody on this land and Ghana as a whole. So therefore, if you are wasting an individual, 2 hours of each individual, I think we are trying to develop our community or we are trying to develop Ghana. So we therefore need the government to take a look at this and then help us with our road. Thank you.
What has been the response of your community leaders, your members of parliament, assemblymen, and all the key leaders in these past months when you've been complaining about this road?
Yeah, this thing has gone far, and then the chiefs with MC themselves have been with the government. I think when they went to the government, things are still not true. So therefore, even with our chiefs and our community leaders, they are part of this action which is going on here. So we are all with the the chiefs, the elders, just to make sure that this main road is being constructed, not an ordinary one, but an asphalt, because the government made us know that Tarkwa, Bogoso, and Obuasi, this is where we get the resources from. And therefore, our roads, the development has to start from here. So we are pleading the government to take a look at this one as well.
Yes. So yeah. This was also one. Is also one of the people who is demonstrating today. As you can see, this is a pickup full of demonstrators who are protesting the nature of the road coming into Tarkwa.
Let's go to Justice now and find out what the situation is currently. Justice, what can you report?
So, Daniel, calm has returned the Tarkwa town. Life is back to normal. The traffic is flowing in town. I'm currently outside the place where the Land and Natural Resources Minister and his deputy who are kind of locked up and with top officials from Goldfield, Ghana Limited, one of the huge mining companies around this country. The people who were engaged in the demonstration this morning, including the chief, have given government up to 2 weeks to fix the road, or else they say they are going to come back onto the street and are going to embark on mass action to ensure that this is fixed. And I've been speaking with the MP for the area, Tarkwa and who tells me that the basic problem is that there is no money to fix this road. The entire road covers a distance of about 61 kilometers, up to about half of that distance. It's currently in a very terrible state, Daniel.
Right, Justice, thank you very much for that update from Tarkwa.
Hello? Yes.
Let's come back to the studio now. And joining me here is Chief of Otupai in Axim, Nana Ewuza III, to help us understand how the bad roads are affecting their lives every day. Nana, first and foremost, you endorse this protest?
Not exactly. Not exactly. What happened today was not planned to be a demonstration. I think that if Joy News has heard, there has been an accident which has taken life of about 10 or 12 children, school children who are close from school, going home. And Nananom decided that today we want to visit the school and then the bereaved families by putting on our customized clothes, that is the red and black. And we also decided that we will not take a car, we will walk so that we will have a look at the accident scene. And whilst doing that, the youth also followed us. And being so angry, they decided to burn ties. And but the motive of Nananom going there was not actually to do demonstration, but to inspect the road and also visit the bereaved family.
Do you agree that it's the poor state of the road that causes incidents like this accident?
Absolutely. There is no doubt. There is actually no doubt. The road of Tarkwa has taken many lives, and to this extent, it's exactly the road that caused the accident which take the life of the students. So it's the road that is causing the life of the people. Now,
your chief executive, your municipal chief executive says it's a simple matter of money. They don't have money to fix the road, and that's why that 61-kilometer stretch is still the way it is. Yeah,
it's very sad and painful for me to hear this from a chief executive. Tarkwa is a place of money. Let me put it that way. We have a lot of mining companies. We have a lot of natural mineral resources, and I can't mention them. I don't know exactly the figure, but Tarkwa is contributing so much to the Ghana's economy. Okay, so if you say you don't have money to fix Tarkwa Road, then I don't know what to say. Actually, it's a sad news for me.
And again, recent statistics puts that at, from the UN Human Development Index, puts that figure at about $25 million a week. So that's puts it a bit in context. Now, looking at the anger that has been shown on the streets today, the young people of Tarkwa, of Axim, your town, seem willing to do anything. Are you willing to give a timeline to your leadership?
Leadership as to?
As in the municipal and metropolitan and members of parliament.
We are Nananom, okay. We are actually peacemakers, okay. And giving timelines and ultimatums, sometimes it doesn't help. It's like the youth sometimes hear from what we say to do a lot of things, okay. So we don't want to give a timeline, but we are only praying that Tarkwa. Recently, maybe somewhere in June, the president was speaking and he cited the mining communities like Tarkwa, like Obuasi, like that. They are a disgrace to Ghana's development. I'm happy the president has been able to see this. What is he doing about it? Okay, what is he doing about it? If we have seen that Tarkwa is underdeveloped, and for that matter, we don't befit the status of the place, then at least something has to be done. Okay, so we are not giving timelines because it's like it has been a long time that Tarkwa Road has been like this. So giving a timeline wouldn't do it. But we are saying that we have come to a place where we cannot live by that road again. So something has to be done. The MC shouldn't say that we don't have money. It's like it's something we cannot take it. We cannot actually take it.
Thank you very much, Nana Uza, for joining us. He's the chief in Axim. Away from this issue, Vice President of Imani, Kofi Bento, says Imani is not against engagement with Chinese, but most past agreements Ghana has signed with them have not been in favor of Ghana. Addressing audience as the Imani Joy News public forum on the controversial handover of Ghana's digital terrestrial television migration platform to Chinese TV operator StarTimes, Mr. Bentil assured Imani will support every deal which is in favor of the Ghanaian, regardless who is involved. The forum, dubbed Unpacking Ghana's Dance with China's Media Dragons. The curious case of StarTimes is still underway at the Coconut Grove Regency Hotel. Let's take you there for some updates.
Media Commission, they are responsible for programming content. It is not the duty of the Ministry of Communication. And I think that place we need to also clarify it right now. Because we hear the Ministry of Communication talk about programming content and getting content producers on the board of the Infrastructure Management Board. I think they are getting it wrong there. So we are in discussion with the National Media Commission and to talk about programming content and to do what we believe we have to do. So far, you've been working with the broadcasting stations and we are even giving you more platform. We are even, on some TV stations, I see them spending money. I know Multimedia is doing this, I know TV3 is doing this, where they are even owning programs that are locally produced. I believe as we develop the platform, as we get access to the ETT, as we expand clarity and everything, it will give us room for us to have quality. Again, I believe strongly that as we, and that is one of the things we are asking the government to do when government has money. Instead of spending the money on government itself going into it, there are institutions like NAFTI that we believe they have to be empowered. We believe the infrastructure they have need to be expanded. If there is a place they need expansion, it is NAFTI, not the DTT.
Okay.
And we believe that can be done.
Thank you. If we can have Suleiman Ibrahima respond to the next question about the way forward. And also, he's worried that he asked the question about the fact that he expects a certain posture and a certain rejection of outright rejection, but that's not happening.
So let me say that in wearing red probably will not be what we have to do. But we have the platform. We have the ability to, we have the voice to echo out issues. Of course, yes, there will come a time where there will have to be some action that will be taken. We believe we have come quite a long way. What we are discussing has occupied media space for at least 1 week. We believe we are meeting tomorrow. We want to hear what the minister has to tell us. And let me remind you, we are going to be briefed tomorrow. It is not a meeting. We will sit there and they will talk to us because the letter they wrote to us is a briefing. After we have gone through the briefing, if we have any question and we are allowed to ask the question, we will ask. But if we are not allowed to ask the question, we will come back. And I believe this will continue for a very long time.
Okay, thank you.
Now, in a related development, Chief Operating Officer of StarTimes Ghana, Felix Ahozo, says the access to satellite television for 300 villages in Ghana is part of China's bid to deepen ties between the two countries. Speaking at the launch of the project at Akwebu Basic School here in Accra, Mr. Ahozo noted the about 20 channels on the StarTimes decoder will air African content predominantly, with Ghana's Adepa TV fully operating. Joy News' Emefa Dradose is at that event and joins us via phone with the latest. Hello, Emefa. What else has Mr. Ahozo been saying?
Hello?
Emefa, what else have the StarTimes operators been saying?
All right, so the StarTimes people basically have been saying that the product or the things that the project that they started enrolling already in other communities, they actually collaborated with the Communications Ministry and members of Parliament to distribute it. In fact, they tell us that the selection of the communities were based on what the Communication Ministry and also the members of Parliament agreed on. And so, for instance, in Ashanti region, about 57 communities are going to be benefiting from this. And also in the Upper West region for 8 communities benefiting. This is solely the decision of the members of Parliament and the Communications Ministry, we understand. But they say that their product is of good interest to Ghana as it has educative materials. In fact, we're going to be having 20 channels, one from Ghana called their department.
Right. Yeah, MFA. Yes, MFA. We understand the Communications Minister, Esther Uso-Ekuful, is also there, and the Chinese ambassador to Ghana. What has the ambassador to Ghana been saying?
All right, so the ambassador to Ghana has been saying that China has built itself on certain principles, not to take advantage of their countries that they build ties with. And so if you know, in recent times, there's been comments about how they want to recolonize, Africa and all of that. But they say that no, that is not their objective. In fact, all they want to do is support and to ensure that Africa also reaches the same level as they are, because some years back, China was also a poor country. So this is just a way of us also helping Ghana and also the African continent of getting to a better place.
Right. What of the Communications Minister, Esther Uso-Ekuful?
Well, so the Communication Minister has basically just been touting this project. He says that besides the fact that 300 villages will be benefiting from this, it's going to be creating 600 jobs. 600 because communities, they are going to train who will become installers to install these StarTime decoders and other things that's associated with the StarTime. And so that's what the fact that it's going to help in the community. They're going to be adding, job creation to all of this. So this is a good project, so Ghanaians should welcome it.
Thank you very much, MFA Nancy Joadosi, for that report. Still live on Joy News today, I am Daniel Daze. Stay with us. We'll be back after these messages. Thanks for staying with us. Now, the Ghana Federation of the Disabled says its members are increasingly becoming physically incapacitated. Former President Prince Deborah blames the situation on lack of physical mobility. He says intervention from government and other benevolent institutions is crucial.
Studies show obesity rates in adults and children with disabilities are significantly higher than able-bodied persons. Mr. Deborah cites factors such as medication as major cause of changes in appetite, physical limitation to exercise, and inaccessible environments.
As persons with disabilities, due to our mobility and not often making exercises, so my concern is we are getting obese simply because we don't have the time to move around to make exercises. We eat in the morning, we eat in the afternoon, in the evening, and lately sometimes in the night. All these things are on us. We don't exercise. So this obesity is coming on us as persons with disability. And most often our women too, who often use the wheelchairs, who are always the wheelchair users. Since they are not somehow exercising, even sitting on the wheelchair for a long time sometimes make sores in their buttocks, because all the time you are sitting, and at least you have to have air around you to get you free from certain diseases. Most of them are getting diseases out of this obesity and using of the wheelchairs.
Meanwhile, local NGO Elijeko Foundation is on a mission to promote health education and commercial support services. Its fourth community health program took officials to the Ghana Federation of Disability Organization on nutrition and anti-drug education. The team was led by Dr. Priscilla Amapokuya of Mikado Clinic,
That the Electrical Foundation is going to the rural areas, the organizations, disability organizations, the churches, the communities, even to schools, to find out their reasons, their health problems, so that we will answer it. Sometimes, lack of knowledge, my people perish. So if we don't impact those knowledge into them, they might not even know what they are going through. Some people don't all of people have money to go to the hospital. Some people don't have money. You go to some of the rural areas, there's poverty. There is a whole lot of issues. So when we go outside, reach out to them, we listen to them, their problems and the health problems they are facing. It helps us with the doctors to come out with a solutions for us to help them and know what they are going through. So this Electrical Foundation is all about reaching to people, giving them the best optimal health care and saving their lives to prevent diseases.
Reporting for Joy News, Kwesi Deborah.
Now, away from that issue, residents of Jita and Fubama in the Keta municipality and Muchinu in the Ketu South districts of the Volta region have been displaced by fierce tidal waves that swept through the communities last night. Properties, including homes, were hit by the raging sea waves last week. Residents have called on authorities to come to their aid as the situation is getting worse. Joy News' Ivy Setoji joins me on the line with more. Hello, Ivy. When exactly did this happen?
Yes, so it happened last night, according to the residents. That is Fubeme in the Keta municipality and Amuchino, part of Keta and Jelukope in the Ketu South municipality. Now, these people are displaced as usual, as that happened some few weeks ago. They are homeless now. According to the residents, now they are asking the government comes to their aid. Also, in Petwe and Agotimes Jofi, the river has there is a flooding in those areas, some villages. They cannot cross to the main school where teachers and students are most affected and farmers. Right now, we have the NADMO regional coordinator with us, Divine Bosman, to tell us about the situation in both Petwe and Keta and Ketu South municipality. So tell us more about this situation. What are you doing currently?
Thank you. My name is Divine Bosman. Don't give me a new name this afternoon. As you can see, we are on the ground here in Petwe, in Agotimes Jofi district. The situation now is under control, except those who are living at Overbank, Beli Kofe, Azameti Kofe, and all the Kofes Overbank. None of them can come here, and nobody from Petwe can also go there. The situation is that the teachers who are teaching there live in Petwe, and students who are schooling there also live in those communities. People are only farming. There is a farming villages, and their livelihood is linked up to Petwe. So that is the situation on the ground. About Uveme and then Amutinu, Uveme in the Keta municipality, Amutinu in the Ketu South municipality. It's a ritual occurrence. This has been occurring every year. The situation is under control there too, irrespective of the severity of the tide last night. But my men are on the ground. I am communicating with them. When there needs be, they will call on me. Whenever they need an external assistance, they will call on me. Over here, I have a team of 5 rescue teams, strong guys from NADMO head office, who are on the ground with me to do the necessary evacuation and rescue services to victims when they need be. So we are on the ground.
So you say so the problem is in 3 districts. That's Petwe and Keta municipality and Ketu South. With the Fubama, we understand it's very severe, and residents there are calling for urgent attention.
Right. Thank you very much, Ivy Setoji, for that report. Ivy Setoji was there speaking with the Volta Regional NADMO boss. It's now time for business. Odelia Ntiamwa is standing by. Stay with us.